You're a massage therapist thinking of renting your own room, and there's a lot of places that will rent to you by the hour. In this video, we're going to go over the hidden risks of renting a room by the hour. I'm Philip Schumann, co-founder of spamarketing.com. Our massage therapy growth program has helped hundreds of businesses grow so that they can unlock their dreams. Throughout my week, I talk to dozens of massage therapists. I try to bring the most interesting and relevant content to you through these videos. So let's talk about hourly room rentals. First off, why is this an appealing way to rent a room? The answer to that is very simple. Most people are worried about the risk of starting their own business, and they want to mitigate that risk. It seems very attractive. They say, well, I won't have to pay if I don't use it, and so this minimizes my risk. And that might be true at the very beginning, but there are some hidden risks that may emerge over time. So let's get into these. Our hidden risks are overpaying in high use. Let me tell you about a massage therapist we worked with in Florida. She was renting a room where she paid $30 an hour as a renter. This was great. At the beginning, she had almost no clients. But then she started marketing for her services, and she was using it a lot. By about month 3, she was doing about 20 to 25 clients per week for a total of 100 clients in the month. That's great. Her business is going really well. But that month she had to pay $3,000 in renting. Now $3,000 for one room is obviously too much. That's way more than the market rate of about $800 to $1,000 in her town. And so she was overpaying a huge portion for this room rental. Now she had no other path than to lift up her business and take it to another place where she could rent on a fixed cost. When she does that, how many of her clients are going to follow her? Will they all follow her? Will some not follow her? If she has to move very far, obviously some won't follow her. So there is a risk in that. 2, availability challenges. A lot of these room rental agreements share with other therapists. There's a room, and there might be 2 or 3 different therapists that can use that room. That's how the landlord makes money, and that's how they make more money than just renting it out for a flat cost. When you're trying to book a client in, if you have to work with the logistics of another therapist or maybe 2 other therapists, it's going to cut down on the availabilities that you have to book. Now, you might not feel this right up front, but once you have a small base, this could really stagnate your growth. You'll grow up to a certain number of clients per week quite easily, and then you'll find it flatlining. And that might be frustrating because you won't actually know what the cause of the flatlining is. There's this extra friction in booking a client that could cause, again, your growth to slow. And then third, a lot of the room rental agreements do not have good stability to them. Oftentimes it's a landlord that can't rent it out by the month, and so they're just renting it out by the hour to cover some of their costs. But the minute they do find somebody to rent it out by month, they'll give you notice and you're on your way. That could be fine in some markets, right? You might be able to pick up and go across the road and find a room. But in big and busy cities where real estate is very, very competitive, or in very small towns where real estate is actually very scarce, you might not be able to find a space right away. And if there's an interruption to your business, you might lose clients who may find somebody else to go to and may never come back to you. So these hidden risks shouldn't be ignored. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that's fine, Philip, but I still want to reduce my risk at the beginning of my business, right? This is when I probably have the least cash built up, and risk is a really important concept to limit. And that's a really legitimate thought. So here's two ways that you can mitigate this risk. So first, we recommend that you negotiate an hourly, if you're going to negotiate an hourly, that has a cap. So how would this look? You might pay $30 an hour, but you cap it at $1,000 an hour. Or $1,000 a month rather. So you say to the landlord, I'm fine paying your hourly fee, but I would like it to be capped at $1,000. This way, you get the benefits of limiting your risk, but you also get the stability of knowing that you're not going to end up overpaying for the space that you're using. And most landlords are pretty amenable to that, right? Because if they can get $1,000 for the room, or whatever the market rate is, then they're going to be happy, right? That's what they're looking to do, is they want their own stability. So you say, I want the best of both worlds, and most of them will be amenable to that. The other option that you have is to say, I'm going to do a monthly rental, and I'm going to mitigate the risk by having a real plan, right? The risk doesn't need to be huge at the beginning. We work with a client in Toronto, Cynthia. She's a great lady. She rents a room for $800 a month. And when we think about this room rental, we don't think in terms of $800. We think in terms of how many massages do you need to do just to break even, right? That's mitigating the risk. So for Cynthia, she needed to do 8 massages a month just to break even. $800. When she was looking at doing a room rental, we encouraged her to do a monthly room rental for a couple of reasons. First off, $800 is 8 clients a week or 8 clients a month. That's only 2 clients per week. She already had 4 loyal clients that were willing to follow her, so she only needed to find 1 client per week to be able to break even. The other reason is that this gives her a lot of motivation to get out there and actually grow her business. You see, this might mitigate the risk of not having clients, but there's a bigger risk in not having clients. The bigger risk is that you're never going to grow your business. And if you know that at the end of the month, you have to pay this $800, you're going to be motivated to get out there, to network, to make social media posts, to come up with a marketing plan or find a marketing company that will deliver what you need. You're going to be motivated. And so we encourage everybody to strongly consider taking the leap and going for a monthly rental. But if you're not going to do a monthly rental, you really should do an hourly plus a cap. You should not do an hourly without a cap. Again, I talk to dozens of massage therapists per week. I try to bring the most interesting and relevant information, package it up for you in these videos. All I ask for in exchange is that you like the video and subscribe to my channel so that I can keep bringing you all of these videos. Thanks for watching.